So Ocon is in the final corners of the racetrack. Let's watch Colapinto over the line, so he goes ahead of his teammate, but this is crucial for the one-time Grand Prix winner, Esteban Ocon. Active aero wide open, and he improves. That final sector was excellent. That was what he needed. He's up to 13th.
So pressure on the Williams duo. Sainz, one corner to go, bouncing off the curb.
Oh, he's nearly dropped it at the final corner. Time ebbing away, but Sainz improves to 14th. But crucially, he's behind Ocon, who has found the improvement. And now, Alex Albon across the line. He does not find an improvement and remains in the drop zone.
Hulkenberg there at the moment as well, but on a better lap. So is Gabriel Bortoleto. So Sainz is still under threat.
Oh, Bortoletto's hit the gravel, though, leaves him vulnerable as it stands. Big improvements in terms of time, but he's lost time through the gravel there.
Now you're hanging on to it, spiking those rear temps. How much can you commit to the fast corners? Coaxes it in.
Oh, he's ragging this car through the final corners. He looked capable of dropping it at the final 4 corners of the racetrack, but it adds up to the 12th fastest time. Gabriel Bortoleto, point scorer here last year, finds his way through. His teammate is in the drop zone and needs a lap to eliminate Carlos Sainz. Hulkenberg across the line, and can he get there? He will get there, and he'll get up to 15th place.
So that will be that.
That's Alex Albon's chances of progressing, disappearing at the first corner. At the final corner, Carlos Sainz attacking, and then the correcting moment, the oversteer, the rear end snapping away, and time ebbing away from the lap as a result. It's Sainz, Albon, Perez, Bottas, Alonso and Stroll eliminated in the first part of qualifying.
Hadjar comes through in the Red Bull and gets ahead of Max. I don't think Max is being paid by the lap today because he's only done 1 flying lap in Q1, 1 flying lap in Q2. It's enough, but look at Liam Lawson again.
Lawson to P8, what he was aiming for. Lindblad finds himself now in 9th position, and Max Verstappen in the pits. Should have the margin on everyone behind, but he is currently the driver at risk.
Well, you can't be sure. Gasly out there on a push lap, trying to find a couple of tenths.
Over the line we go with Behrman, who got within 0.3 of a second of Max Verstappen. Behrman, Gasly and Ocon. Over the line goes Hulkenberg, and Gasly at the second sector is 2 thousandths up on Max Verstappen.
Yeah, Gasly is the threat here, was in 11th place, doesn't have too much to find. Bortoleto is not miles away from Max, he's only 1/10, so here we go, Pierre Gasly to knock Verstappen out.
Gasly collects it on turn 10 and he misses out by 0.04. Red Bull will breathe again. They have made it through by a fine margin. 0.04 of a second away from eliminating the 5-time winner, but it didn't happen. Verstappen makes it through.
Better first sector by a 10th than anyone's managed all weekend for Verstappen. That is big.
Huge commitment. For Lando Norris, across the line he goes, and it is a 106.9, but Verstappen, fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2, and Verstappen now has 2 corners to go, and he has always been electric around this circuit. Can he give himself another opportunity? Can he get ahead of Lando Norris and put pressure on the Mercedes drivers? It's a 106.4. Max Verstappen steps forward with a great first effort. How does Piastri respond to it? He comes across the line now. Great final sector. He's P2 ahead of his teammate.
That's a monster lap from Verstappen. The first sector was a 10th to the good. The rest of it was pretty excellent as well. That'll take some beating from everyone, including the Mercedes, who have not matched him at the start of the lap.
Yeah, super impressive there. The confidence of a man who knew where to put the race car. And Leclerc, well, a little bit shy. He'll be scratching his head with 0.3.
Okay, final sector for Antonelli. He is not on terms with Max Verstappen, the 4-time champ, finding a magic lap. And it's been Mercedes topping the timing page for every session so far. But Kimi Antonelli goes over the line. Oh, he finds something magic in the final sector. Fastest of anyone in that final sector. And on provisional pole by 0.06. Russell responds, and it's a Mercedes 1-2. But look at the margin of the top 3. A man who has stood on the top step 5 times before, taking the battle to the Mercedes pair. 0.06 separating first to third.
In hard. That's what I thought I saw Lando do as well at turn 3, just in a bit deep. That's obviously a bit worse there for Hamilton, who has plenty more cornering to do, and he'll never get out of that with any level of speed, so he backs out of it.
Big improvements to be found in that first sector, but it is the middle part of the lap where Verstappen was so strong as well. Let's see what Hamilton can do. 2/3 of the lap, he's up by 0.2 of a second. It's time to declare this anyone's game.
Wow, huge middle sector for Lewis Hamilton. He is right back in the mix. 2 corners to go. The rear moving around a little bit.
Using all of the road. He hasn't been on pole position since 2023 for a Grand Prix, and he's provisionally there at the moment. Charles Leclerc going even quicker. Norris is in the hunt as well. This is an amazing battle for pole position. Leclerc was at the front here for 2019. The man from Monaco across the line, and he goes to provisional pole.
Russell beats their first sector. Verstappen's out there trying to improve again, and he does a mighty middle sector.
It falls away for Norris. Max Verstappen is 0.005 of a second away from Charles Leclerc's benchmark in the middle part of the lap. McLaren fall away. What can Mercedes do? He loses it chasing pole. Max Verstappen into the gravel and heavily into the wall, chasing pole position. The yellow flag is out, and it's Ferrari 1 and 2, Mercedes 3 and 4.
And that will be that. Antonelli was flying, Russell was flying. There will be no response.
Getting it done immediately on the first run was crucial, because moments like that happen so often. George Russell goes to provisional pole. George Russell goes over the line, but the yellow flag was out.
Well, double yellow in the final sector. Yeah, he's turned in, he's on for a pole shot as well, turned in. He has the car roughly where he wants it, which is sharp on the front end, but yeah, I think maybe there's the downshift as well as he's turning in with a load of speed, and downshift just unsettles it that little bit.
Kimi Antonelli backs off. Let's go on board with George Russell and look at the signals that he gets. Listen in.
Drifted into that corner, lost a lot of time. I lifted, big lift on me into that corner. I lost a good 10th and a bit.
Now we can say for certain it's George Russell on pole position for the Austrian Grand Prix, his 4th pole of the campaign to tie his teammates' tally, and knowing the rulebook off by heart gives George Russell a lift and a pole position and a buffer between Leclerc, Hamilton and his teammate Kimi Antonelli.